And we are live from Peoria Pizza Works with our buddy Clint Westwood. He's a little busy. He's distracted on the phone. We'll be right back after this quick break. Give us a like, share this video, and join us in the chat. Cheers. So cheers, Westwood.
Cheers, Litecoin Lisa.
Happy happy hour, and happy hour to everybody who joined us. We're really grateful that you guys came. Very grateful to all of you. So
I just have one question for you.
Let me guess. What
you drinking today, Lisa?
I'm having Tito's, but they don't have any Fresca.
See, that's why I ask. Everybody says you drink
realized.
Tito's and Fresca all the time,
but I
not
don't.
today.
Not always.
Not today.
I'm living on the edge.
Drinking Jack and Cokes later.
No, I won't. I will not have that. But I'm having Tito's and soda and Sprite and a lime. So
good times. Hey, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's here.
Yes.
Very grateful for all of you showing up. People coming from Ohio, from what's the furthest? Ohio, Kansas. Well, come on, man.
Michigan.
Kinda. Mahomes.
I might be the furthest. Oklahoma.
You might be. 10 hours.
Ohio. Local. 40 miles away.
I know, right? I'm thinking, 20 miles away. I like this happy hour. It's not very far, you know?
I like it.
I know.
Well, that was the point. That was what we wanted to do, was travel around and be there for the people and encourage people in the areas to get into crypto. So,
well, and that's it, you know, and that's why tomorrow we have the class. Tomorrow, if you're anywhere near Peoria, Illinois, we have a crypto class. You come here to Pizza Works 11 to 1 p.m. and you can download a Monarch wallet. We're going to teach you how to do that. Write down the seed phrase so you can become your own bank. You're going to have Litecoin, sound money for the digital age into that wallet when you walk out the door, and you're going to feel empowered. You're going to know what crypto is all about, and that's why we do this. We want to get out on the road.
We need some of that right now.
I know we do.
Because
welcome
to the shit show. Woo.
Straight out of the Westwood bar.
I'm sorry. We had to just bring that today because with what is going on in the world and in America specifically, when I heard that I don't even know what to call her today.
Which one?
Kamala.
Oh, Kamala. Yeah, she for a little.
Thank you, babe.
Oh, look at that. So we got a special delivery.
My
courier.
husband brought me a little. We travel. Have Tito's and Fresca. Will travel.
The pickup truck, you know, the tailgate opens and they just roll out the back. Handles of Tito's and Fresca cans all over the place.
At least Fresca.
Yeah.
It does roll around a lot, though.
Yeah,
it's
it does.
difficult to travel.
Right. It is.
Yeah. So I heard that. I was talking about how Kamala got to reign.
Kamala, the Ugandan giant.
She got to reign on the throne.
Old school WWE. You remember that? Was it Kamala, the Ugandan giant? Sorry.
You're doing it again.
I know. All right.
She got to reign on the throne this week, or today specifically, because
it's funny you say throne because why?
Because it's a shit show today.
Well,
so you know that I hate bathroom humor. That's one of my things. I don't like talking about it. It's like, no, we don't talk about that. Rule number 1, you don't talk about number 2. I don't like it.
Right.
But there is today, you know, the pretender in chief had a colonoscopy supposedly. And so he had to put Kamala on the throne. And I just
because he's going to have a hard time getting on the throne tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I hope it all works out okay for him, you know, or I hope it all came out okay. Dang it. I didn't do that. I'm a terrible joke teller. Anyway, I thought we can
rehash some old ones. I thought we had pedophile's favorite pair of shoes. White Vans.
Oh, gross. Okay. No.
White van, get it? You know, white van. No windows.
No.
Okay.
No.
All
okay.
right.
We have to stay on track here. Okay. So I'm trying to stay on track with what I was talking about.
All right. We're on track.
Okay. So
leaving tracks.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
No.
So yeah, the pretender in chief today, president. I mean, today he had a procedure, and so for a little bit we had a different person as president. I don't know if anybody knows that the vice president took over today because the president had, when you have anesthesia and you're put out, you really can't, carry the football anymore, or press the button, or make decisions. How that's different, I don't know, but we had the first female president today, I guess, right? Can we say that?
Technically.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Kamala took
You know
charge.
that pissed Hillary off.
Wouldn't it though?
If she was alive.
Yeah, it just has to eat at you, that kind of thing. But no.
Yeah. I also saw a video where Hillary was talking about how Bitcoin's could kill the US currency.
Bitcoin could kill the US currency?
No.
Look shocked.
Say it's not so.
No, I can't imagine how that would be so. Well,
I've never agreed with that woman or been proud to agree with that woman or anything she's had to say, but I was happy to retweet that.
First of all, it's really not, we didn't say US dollar, but when we say US currency, everybody thinks it's a US dollar. It's really not the US dollar. It's a Federal Reserve note. Go look at it. It's interesting. If you go back and look at the history of money and you start looking at the top of it to where it used to say silver certificate,
right.
$1 you could take to the bank and you get an ounce of silver back. And then they kind of did away with that. Next thing you know, we have a Federal Reserve note, whatever that means. I know there's 1.2 trillion more of them now, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
infrastructure.
And that's the other thing.
New podium, new backdrops, infrastructure for all the.
Well, they're not worried about the podiums lasting very long. They're made out of like plywood.
I know.
Very weird.
Blurred
seals and plywood.
Right.
Yeah. Now you made my mind go.
I know. I'm master of distraction here.
Yes. Okay. Now you did make my mind go off on a totally different tangent. We were talking about money, but I wanted to go down the constitutional
trail. Okay.
Because we had news today about Rittenhouse getting, he not only,
It's Kyle Rittenhouse, right?
Yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse, Kenosha, Wisconsin, that trial.
Yeah.
Where he was, what was his, I don't know, all the charges that were against him. I hear all the charges were dropped today, is what I hear.
He was determined to be free from all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Jury.
Not dropped. The charges were not dropped. He was considered,
innocent. Found innocent, not guilty of all charges.
Yes. This is not an acquittal. This is not charges dropped. He is found innocent.
And in America, you can't be tried for double jeopardy. So once you're found innocent of a crime, they can't retry you.
Right.
So a jury of his peers found him not guilty. And that's how the system works. It doesn't matter what the media tells you. It's jury. The people. We the people decide.
Speaking of that, we know that the pretendency is back from his procedure. So apparently everything came out all right.
He's back.
I delivered it the right way.
I got you. Okay.
But
well, good. All is safe in the world.
Yeah, he's back. But they were catching him coming back from his procedure, I guess, and they said, how do you feel about, the trial and all this? And he said, he's like, oh, I didn't see it today. I was busy, whatever. I'm knocked out.
Face down. I can't see the TV.
And they said, well, do you stand with your previous statement?
And he said, I can't stand right now.
Do you stand with your previous statement that you support a jury's decision? And he said, yes, I do. Okay. And so, I think this is the constitutional education of America. We're looking at, the protection of the Second Amendment, what is self-defense, and then there's the whole thing with the Dow and how we can go down the whole rabbit hole of the recent auction for Banksy's. No, it's Banksy's. Banksy's, one of his art pieces at Sotheby's.
Yeah.
Are you reading the chat? And
I am.
Making up jokes. He's having another conversation with someone else.
Our tall Asian unicorn is making some good jokes in the chat.
While I'm trying to have
beer,
a conversation.
Chicken wings.
Yeah. So
sorry.
Now I'm reading it. I'm like,
I know you want to catch up.
Yeah. Funny one, beer and chicken wings. Okay.
Yes, indeed. So love the community.
We love our community. Yeah. So anyway, back to, I really just think this constitutional education of America is happening right now, and that it's so important. I think the irony that the guy that actually bought the, I guess I need to back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. So there was the auction at Sotheby's for one of the copies of the U.S. Constitution, and there was a group that was auctioning that of people that formed a DAO, or a decentralized
autonomous organization, I think.
Autonomous organization, yes. And it was they didn't end up winning the auction. They lost it to a guy that owns Citadel. What's the irony of that? But they all got their money back. They lost a little in gas fees or whatever from the transaction of forming the DAO, or having their investment in the DAO.
Yeah.
So they would lose whatever on the fees, but it educated so many people on how to form a DAO, how to basically vote, or say, like, this is what we're a community that invested in an idea. We say this is important. We all bring value to it and make a decision together. I mean, I just see that really being a strong movement.
I think it is.
I think that was more the lesson than, it wasn't about buying the Constitution. It was a copy of it. It wasn't the Constitution.
It's kind of like an NFT kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. Get a copy of it.
Unless it's
right-click the Constitution and download it.
Unless it's an NFT on PAC, because the ones on PAC are different, because those you do actually owned them. They're not.
They have the physical image, or the
right. You actually
the thing, the digital.
It's not just the certificate of
that
the
just
NFT.
says I have it.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So a little bit different.
PAC coin.
But
pretty good.
We love PAC coin.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I run 8 PAC nodes at home. So did we just lose our mic?
I don't know. I feel like we did.
Maybe. Okay.
We lose power?
Hopefully they can hear us online. Can you guys still hear us online? Hello.
I think online is fine. Yeah, thumbs up if you can still hear us online.
Okay, hopefully.
We've lost.
Hankowitz said yes, 5x5. Okay, cool. Thank you. Anyway, that's what I really wanted to talk about, was the constitutional education. Okay, sorry guys, he's working on the speaker for them. Oh, did it try to switch to Bluetooth?
No, I don't know why. Shouldn't.
Okay.
Can you test it?
Can I test the microphone? Hello. Test. We're just torturing the people online now at this point. Sorry, guys. Polly P, get your ass off the live stream.
Yeah, what's he doing?
You're not allowed to be on the live stream right now. You're supposed to be here. Hi, guys. Good to see you.
Amber and Mark. Mark and Amber.
Mark and Amber.
All right. I don't know what is wrong with that speaker at this point, but I can get loud.
I'll try to be loud. Anyway, so I wanted to have a conversation with you about that DAO and what that looks like, and if you see that being a possibility for. So in Oklahoma, there's been a lot of great things happening. Our National Guard recently, and our governor was supporting not taking the jabberoni for our National Guardsmen. And with that happening, the Pentagon then basically said that our National Guard has been denationalized. And so we actually have basically the first militia. Rachel,
when you get a chance.
Please.
Tangeray.
So we basically have the first militia in Oklahoma. Well, our National Guard was the 45th. Just like that was the same number that Trump was president, right? He was our 45th president. That's
absolutely
weird coincidence. But so we have the 45th Division of the National Guard in Oklahoma, and now we have the first basically militia. But it was also a constitutional education because they put out a article today that actually every state in our Constitution, our National Guard is all actually run by or directed by the governor.
Right.
None of our National Guard are directed by the federal government. They're all actually directed, or
it's at the state level.
At
You know,
the
even
state
though it says the
level,
National
right.
Guard, but the
They
governor.
were drinking double gin, correct?
Correct. Uh-oh.
I'm just having singles. Yes.
Gin and tonic.
Thank you. I'm having singles in tall glasses.
Double up.
He's
double
having
up.
doubles. Yeah.
So
Anyway, so I just see this education, constitutional education of America happening.
I see this devolution happening.
I think Uncle Cliff was absolutely right. Again, yeah, definitely. And it's really exciting to see, the devolution, the devolution of the government, all these systems that we don't need, the FBI. Oh gosh, I need to not say those initials probably.
Those 3-letter agencies.
All the alphabet agencies. There was another with this infrastructure bill that passed. The CBO did an evaluation on it and did the actual cost of it. And then another organization came out and said that there will be more than 1.2 million American families that will be audited next year with $75,000 or less incomes by another triple letter agency. And that is
It's
the
not
way.
part of government.
Yeah,
That was formed after the Federal Reserve to confiscate your money to pay taxes that you don't need to pay because they can print it up anyway.
Don't say the T word either. That's formed out of Puerto Rico, but that's their plan of how they're funding this. And so this is pretty exciting. Okay.
It is. But you look at
I think the education is, and all those things can go away once people see and are educated about the constitutional truth of.
I think something's connected Bluetoothing to that, and I don't know what it is.
It's not me.
And
My
that might be
Bluetooth is
the
turned off.
issue. Mine's off too.
Oh, I wonder if it's the computer.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if it is. Because we don't want to Bluetooth to it. Did you get it?
Okay.
Test. Interesting.
Well, anyway,
Hey, you know what? It's this is life on the road, happy hour roadshow. You just never know what's going to happen.
we're trying to work it out. Oh, there,
That's
I
it.
think it's
There it is.
on.
There it is. It's coming back. We got some magic.
Magic Mitch.
Magic
ready.
making it happen here.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I'm feeling good now. Thank you. And I got another drink. All right, happy hour. Back at it.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, with all that distraction, I was trying to have that conversation with you. I'd like to know
And
your thoughts.
my thoughts are I'm a happy man right now because I got another drink. But I think that's where it's all going because it, like you said, it's gotten so big that how do you even control anything anymore? And so I used this analogy before. You got this big giant oak tree, it's been there forever. It's massive. Can't cut it down. You got these axes, we can't do it. So what's the best thing to do? Because if we try and cut it down, it might fall on us. All right. So what's a better method? Hey, let's get a little sapling that's using that same root system and let's nourish that. Let's grow that. Not necessarily get rid of the old system, but reinvent within that system. And I think that's what a lot of these operations are. A lot of these, like a DAO, this organization that we all get together and we create the ability for people to have control. Because, if there's one person bidding on it, how far are you going to get? You've got to be in, way up here in some other strata. Right. But if we can all come together in a legitimate way, rather than, hey, yeah, I'll pitch in some money and then they don't come through with the money. But in this situation, it's like almost like a smart contract is how I see it. And that's where blockchain comes into all this. You can create the rules on paper, in a smart contract, and then those all get executed. So we all agree to the rules and we all say that, okay, this is how it's going to go. We're going to bid on this piece of artwork. We're going to put in this amount of money, 43 of us, we each have $1 million, and we're going to put that in there. And that's what it's going to bid up to. If it gets past that, well, we're not going to bid anymore and we lose it. But, everybody's on the same page. And that's the beautiful thing, because it all comes down to words on paper. It all comes down to code. And if we can program that now, we have the technology to execute our beliefs in a scientific, a systematic way, to where the human emotion's taken out of it. It's like, okay, yeah, we all agree to this. And think of the contracts that execute, and all of the deals that can be made, and the power that you have in doing that, because you're leveraging the technology to make the decisions and carry out the orders. Kind of like what we were supposed to do with the Constitution, since you bring it up. It's words on paper, and we all said, yeah, we're going to follow those rules.
Well, I think
our politicians said, yeah, we'll follow those rules. And then they don't.
They don't.
But if they were under some sort, if it were, hey, you lose your job automatically and you lose your paycheck because you're not going to get paid in crypto anymore, because that you violated the smart contract of the Constitution.
The other thing that the DAO brings to it is that you have to bring some kind of asset or value to it. So if you are a member of society that does not bring asset or value to the community, to the DAO, you don't have a vote.
Yeah, I mean, It used to be you had to be a property owner or you couldn't vote.
Right.
You had to have skin in the game. If you didn't have skin in the game, it's like, screw them, we'll just tax the heck out of them and we'll get goodies.
If you hopped the wall and came here illegally, you wouldn't be able to vote. But right now, you can vote.
Right. Yeah, sign them up, mail it in.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's a real strong possibility for,
No, I agree. The technology is there now to where we can hold people accountable.
Each state could be a DAO.
Right.
And our governor.
What's a state anyway? You go across the border and you see a sign and it says, hey, welcome to Illinois. And it's like,
right.
Because I'm in Indiana. Now I'm in Illinois. It's like, what defines that? It's what we say is that boundary, and we respect that. But you can legitimize it in a certain way like this, and structure it in a certain way to where certain rules can be followed. And you say, you know what, this state's messed up. Let's cut the top half off, and the rest of us, we're going to create our own organization. And
it's almost like you're talking about Illinois.
Almost, right? I-80 up. No, not necessarily all that, but I mean, it's a red state by county. When you look at it, most of the U.S. is. It's just because people like freedom. And if we have that ability, and I can see that happening, to where you'll get counties that band together and create their own organization, and they say, hey, these are the rules we're going to follow. Okay, here's our militia. It's not our National Guard anymore because you kicked us out. Don't have the authority anymore. Well, we are the authority. All power devolves to the people.
Right.
That's where it comes from. We, the people, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. And it's us. We define the rules, and we have to get back to that point. And we can use technology to do that, to enforce that. Like I said, if you don't follow the rules, you don't get your crypto payment, Senator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of see where it's going, to where it's automated.
We had somebody that in Oklahoma that I've supported previously, that was voted in as a Republican representative. And then when this bill went through, she voted for it and supported it, and I blasted her, and I was like, you're not supporting, you were voted to support the views of the people that you're supposed to represent, the views of the people that voted you into that position. You're not supposed to then take your own position. And that's what she did. And so I put her on blast for it. And they were like, oh no, it's just that she's so much smarter than all of you.
Right.
And I said, you know what? If that's what the law is, that it's so complicated, then burn that shit to the ground and start over. Because if it's not constitutional, if it doesn't, welcome to the shit show. That's right. If the people can't understand it, if it's outside, that's right. If the people can't understand it, if it's so above everyone else, then it's not of, for, and by the people. I'm telling you.
Burn it down.
Anyway, it just makes me very.
I hear you. 100% agree. And you sent me a tweet earlier this week about
just one.
The one I read that you sent me earlier this week. It was 1964. What was the minimum wage in 1964? Anybody in the chat know what the minimum wage in 1964 was? Give a prize to somebody.
If you know it, I will send you a copper. Does anyone in the room know what the minimum wage was in 1964.
Okay, so 325, we have a guess. 1964, what was the minimum wage in the United States? $1.25. Boom. Who got that, Kent? Don? Don got it. $1.25. Okay, so 1964. Hey, we have a winner. We got an ounce of copper going out to Don from frogwallet.com. Get a paper wallet, get control of your keys, take possession of your wealth, frogwallet.com. Pretty awesome stuff. But in 1964, you had and go check him out. I mean, we've got frog wallets here.
Side.
If you come to one of our meetups, you're going to get a frog wallet. Come to the class tomorrow and you're going to get a frog wallet. Come to St. Petersburg, Florida, December 17th and 18th, you'll get a frog wallet. We'll help you set that up. So anyway, but yeah, 1964, $1.25 was minimum wage. And what is it today? I don't even know what it is because
it's like $15 or something.
No, they're paying $15 because minimum wage is too low. See, capitalism does work if you let it work. Supply and demand does work. If you don't have workers, the businesses are going to pay more money because they have to pay more money. But in 1964, you got how many quarters is $1.25?
Oh, yeah.
How many?
5.
5? I might have 5. I might have 5 by 5.
I know you have exactly that.
I do. So here we are.
Did you plan ahead?
I know.
Okay.
I got my props with me. So in 1964, you got 5 quarters. But you notice something about these quarters? They're 90% silver. All right. Little lesson is now, how much is minimum wage? It's, way more than that. You can get $15 an hour all over the place now. I mean, people are, hey, please come work for us.
I might have that.
All right.
Graphic.
So how does it go from $1.25 to, let's say $12.50, 10 times? All right. So your purchasing power is the same, right? No, it's not the same. And here's why. Because in 1964, the 5 quarters that you got had 90% silver in it. And if you want to go to coinflation.com, and I did this earlier, 5 silver quarters, if you just would have held on to these in a jar and pulled them out today, hey, I worked 1 hour, I'm going to stick that into the jar. You pull those same quarters out today, it's worth $22.50. These same quarters. $22.50 because it actually has sound money in it. It has silver in it. Well, they took that out of the supply. They took that out of the monetary supply after 1964. So here's what you get now. You get these zinc type, cheap metal quarters, and at some point, they'll take everything out of it and it'll all go digital, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do.
That's what the comptroller is planning. She said that that we don't need a bunch of banks. We only need one bank, the federal bank. And then there's videos that I've posted on my Twitter, which, yes, it's harder to find. But if you're on my Patreon, I send those to
right.
Patreon.
If you're on her Patreon, then it's very succinct, not like her Twitter.
But, yeah.
For $5 a month, you can get right to the point.
Yeah. But then she said that what they'll do is with inflation that is happening, they're going to have this one bank and they are going to have digital currency and it's going to inflate. And then at some point, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to take that money back from people. They're going to take it from your bank accounts.
And
she literally said that.
And they will take it.
And she is the comptroller of currency that Biden is putting over in the Fed. She also, as of 2019, just removed herself from the Marxist community on Facebook. She also is a convicted felon. Felon? No. She has criminal charges. I'm sorry, not felon. She has criminal charges of theft. She's a
well, that's the perfect person to put in control of the money.
Yeah. She's a professional.
Makes total sense, right?
Yeah. So.
But honestly, just to make, the point again, 1964, you got $1.25. Those were silver coins. Those same coins are worth $22.50 today. So if you were making, if the minimum wage was keeping pace, you should be making $22.50 an hour right now. Even $15 an hour is not enough to keep pace with inflation. If you would have held your wealth, your energy, the work that you did in sound money like silver, you'd have $22.50 right here.
That's crazy to think.
It is crazy. And that's how you lose, though, because the cost of goods go up so fast that your wages don't keep pace with them. Why do I have to pay so much for a freaking house? Well, we created all this money and all these institutions got the money first. They go up and buy all the houses. And the next thing you know, I just want somewhere to raise my family. I can't afford to do it. Now I need a 40-year mortgage, not a 30-year mortgage. And but that's what happens as money gets created It's got to go somewhere. It's going to go somewhere, and it's going to flow into those things that you need. And next thing you know, you have shortages, and then it takes more money to do it. And I just saw the other day on Sunday, one of the talk shows, the morning news shows, which, I mean, give me a break, but I happened to watch it, and the counsel for, I don't know, one of the financial advisors for this administration came out and was asked the question, well, what's the president going to do about inflation? So they're starting to talk about it because it's a real issue. Everything you want to buy, the cost is going up. Everybody knows it. Go to the store. I mean, Thanksgiving dinner's costing you how much this year? Everything's going up. All right. So what's he going to do about inflation? And this economist says, well, that's why we need that $2 trillion bill. We need to pass that because people need help. They need more money. So what they're doing is giving the drug addict more drugs because creating more money does nothing but put more money in circulation, and that money is going to go into things and drive the price up again. So you're going to lose. You might feel like you're getting a quick fix. The thing is, you're going to lose. You're not getting paid the $1.25 you got paid in 1964. You're not keeping up. So anyway, that's my little rant for
so talking about how we want to, preserve.
Can I get an amen?
How we want to preserve our wealth. I wanted to, and he's not here. Well, that's perfect tie-in. I was going to have Dawn come up and talk about frog wallets, how to keep our money safe. But you know what can transition?
Well, time is of the essence.
Time is
of the essence right now.
Time traveling.
So you know what we're going to do?
Maybe Carlos Estrada.
Maybe we might be able to teleport Carlos Estrada, the developer of the Bitcoin watches, the Litecoin watches that you've all seen, the amazing.
Yes.
Passing the test of time, Carlos Estrada. We beamed him down. Here he is.
Right here.
You just have a seat, brother.
In the middle.
Get up here.
I didn't bring my drink.
So this is the real deal. This is Carlos Estrada. We have him here.
How we doing? Now this is.
There you go. You got to have a drink of that stout thing.
Yeah, we got a Guinness here. That's what I want.
That's a good looking drink.
I wanted to talk about community, how the community came around. Yeah, you got to scoot in. How the community rallied around the quality that you did. What kind of inspired you to create the watches? Just kind of where that all started, where that came from.
So, well, first of all, this is pretty cool because I've actually, it's my first meetup here.
Really?
Ever.
First meetup? Awesome.
First meetup with
Welcome.
crypto. And,
I love it.
I interviewed you, like when Lisa, and, I've ran across you and you guys to me, because I consider myself as like a nobody. And, it's pretty cool to be able to meet, fellow crypto people that, follow the passion that I have with Bitcoin and Litecoin. And so, this whole thing with the watches, it's something that actually connects to what you're saying. The current system to me doesn't respect that 9 to 5. Every single one of us here, including myself, we work a 9 to 5 and we get paid in what? US dollars.
Right.
Dirty fiat.
They're casino chips.
Yeah.
And so, that time that we spend is spent, working to earn a living wage. I mean, that's what it is. You spend time away from your family. You're working hard, putting sweat and effort. And I had a light bulb moment about 2 years ago, where basically I figured out, okay, if we get paid in dollars working that 9 to 5, everything is being devalued. You're not getting to keep any of that purchasing power every year because year after year, all of that is being blown away.
Brother, you're getting these quarters.
Yeah.
You're not getting the silver quarters. You're getting these quarters.
Right. So, when I had that light bulb moment, I thought, okay, well, we have a system that doesn't respect that. And on the other side of the story, completely, we have Bitcoin and then we have Litecoin, which actually protect that purchasing power. If you hold Bitcoin and Litecoin year after year, you're going to see your purchasing power actually be held. And so to me, that was a light bulb moment. And I wanted to create something to remind me of the importance of that. And so that's what I was thinking when creating the Bitcoin and Litecoin watches. Because, you go out there, you wear gear, you wear Bitcoin shirts, Litecoin shirts. You're wearing one right now.
There,
and it's
10 years running nonstop.
So, I thought, why not a watch, right? It's a timepiece. You can wear it everywhere you go. And it reminds me of that movement. And that's why I created it. You wear one too. You have one.
Yeah.
A lot of people out there have one.
Ordered another one.
She ordered another one. So
I ordered some.
He ordered the whole fleet.
I got the whole fleet.
Clint, he got it. So
Bring
to
on
me,
the Navy. We're taking them out.
a lot of people told me, well, it's just a watch and whatever. But to me, every person who wears it carries that message and that movement for, the value of time and money. That's two things that complement each other. So that's kind of my 2 cents with all this. But
I just thought about when we were talking about the DAO and the community, and when I watched the quality that you put into this product, because when you sent the one to me and I opened it on my birthday in Jersey, and like they're really heavy, they're really well made.
Right.
My husband's a watch aficionado. He
There it
loves
is. Yeah,
watches.
get that watch up there.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful thing.
Show everybody your watch for sure.
I know. I fell in love with it in Jersey.
Yeah.
My wife was jealous. Hey, speaking of my wife, hey, come on up here and go live. She's like, hell no, hell no. Sorry.
We did get to have family.
I just want to say thank you to my wife for letting me do all this. I mean, because she's very supportive, and I know I'm a handful, and I know
She's
a basket full. I mean, so no, thank you. I appreciate you so much. And I love you so much. I just want to say thank you for being by my side. All right.
Yes, to Miss Westwood.
Ms. Westwood.
there you go.
Sure. She's the best.
All right.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, but this is crazy. Like I said, I mean, it's cool to be live here. These are good people, and they're going all over the country to do this. So if you ever see a meetup, you got to come. You got to do it. Grab yourself a drink, and they're part of the community, and they're huge. So
It's
pretty fun to be
And
here.
when we go into Ohio next year,
I was going to talk about
we
that.
set
We-
something up. We'll show up
any day. We'll do it.
We'll get it all fixed up, and next year we'll be in Ohio.
After
I'm
we
gonna go
get
back
just
to
getting packed,
Ohio.
we just have to get past Christmas.
I know.
Our Christmas meetup
I
in
know.
Florida,
That's right.
St. Pete's.
Yep.
And then we're gonna put
At the hangar in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yes, go to
Next to the
clintwestwood.net. Oh, I don't have my
clintwestwood.net.
streaming.
You can find all the details.
Yep.
Right next to the Salvador Dali Museum. I'll be there.
Lots of things
Wonder
to
why.
do. Lots of things to do.
That is all about time too. The
It is.
melting watches.
That's
Salvador
exactly,
Dali. Kind of cool.
It'll be great. It'll be great. Well, I just wanted to tell you thank you, and I appreciated you sending me a gift and including
Yeah.
me in your vision of the future for Litecoin, and
That's
what a
huge.
great project you did. And I thought it was really cool watching the community come around and put
That's
that all
crazy.
together.
Yeah.
And then
Everyone.
watching it just come together on Kickstarter and
And
happen for you like that.
just
was really
killed it, man.
Yeah.
It blew
I
up.
just
And
love
your
it. I mean, I saw it. I'm just like, man, he just slaughtered that thing.
That
Just
was
like,
good.
I
It
mean,
was
you
huge.
have to remember he had like a really hot model for a lot of
I
that.
know. Well, and see,
That
that's
is true
the
right there.
thing.
Yeah.
It's all about marketing sometimes. He's got the right.
Mrs. or the future Mrs.
future
Coin
Mrs.
Vigilante.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
That's
she.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's right
Absolutely.
there.
Key
So,
figure and all
yes,
this.
yes,
But
yes.
yeah, that was fun.
we can't do it without our family. So we're all
No,
very
not at all.
grateful.
Cannot.
We build a new
Yeah.
community. That's how you change things. It's about building and supporting and manifesting a new reality. And I mean, there's no better example of you manifesting a new reality. Out of nothing, you create these watches
Right.
with intention and with a purpose. I mean, that's what's important, and that's how you change the world. I mean, that's it. That's all it is. You just got to do it.
Yeah.
And, you just that burning, that fire inside of you, and you just say, you know what? I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to put my stamp on the world, and you know what? And the community supports that. It's about truth, and it's timeless.
Well, I think that's that statement where you were talking about the tree and that little
Right.
sapling and
You
watch
just,
it grow.
you know
and-
what? We're all participating in this transition. We're part of the old system. I mean, that's what we are. It's still there. It's still going to be there. But you know what? Let's just start taking that energy away from it, and using that energy from that root system and creating something new out of it, and just say, you know what? We're just going to do it.
Yeah, but Carlos
we're
is a
gonna
great
support each
example
other.
for all of us. Like as cryptos grow and we're all in this so new and early, we're going to all have opportunities to see people in the community and the communities around us building things that we say, that's what I want to support. That's what I want to get behind.
Yep.
And then we can throw our crypto gains at that and say, okay, that's the future that I
Exactly.
want for
And
our
that-
community. That's the future that I want for our country.
Steer
So-
that ship,
Yeah.
manifest that reality.
And I agree with that, because I think yesterday I had an interview with Miss Teen Crypto,
Yeah.
and if you think
She's
of what
awesome.
she's doing, because she's doing NFT, she's doing all these crazy things,
Amazing.
and I told her there's like a new economy actually growing around this whole thing. Like we always think, well, it's just my Litecoin's going up, my Bitcoin's going up. There's a whole nother thing going. Like business are growing from this, brands, and that's one of the things that I realized. If you build your business behind something like Bitcoin, behind something like Litecoin, most likely you will be successful.
Yeah,
Because
it's built on a solid foundation of truth,
Right.
and
community.
and exactly community, all the good things, and that is something timeless. It really is. I mean, it's something that, I mean, it's just truth. It's that truth with the capital T. And if you build it on that, then, you know, good people will support you.
Right.
You know, and that's it. Who cares? Don't give your energy to the vampire system. Take that. I got to say it.
Take it all out.
Take that out, you know, and you manifest that new reality. You use that energy for something else. You don't give them the power. Don't let them in the door. You know, don't let them have it. You know, what you have, you know, you have a choice. You work, you know, you have your energy that you take home with you, and you don't get sound money anymore when you work.
Right.
There are places where you can get it now and get paid in crypto, and I suggest that. But, you know, I mean, the money that you get is nothing but garbage that gets inflated away, it's not going to hold the value. You know, you work a hard day, that labor is spent, and they're going to ruin it, and they're going to steal it from you. And through inflation, don't let them do it. Take it immediately, put it into something that's sound, put it into something that's going to have lasting power. And
so tell
it's your
us,
choice.
What is the next step for you? Because I know the Kickstarter closed. So where can people buy more watches yet? Are we in a waiting pattern? What does that look like?
So people will, and we sold, there's only 750 of them ever in existence for the Bitcoin and Litecoin watches. So
black market.
you got them, you got them for a good discount.
I'm telling you.
So,
and they're all numbered 0 to 750.
Yeah, they're all engraved in the back. So each watch is 1 out of 750. And so they're unique, they're special. I wanted to make it that way because that's what Bitcoin and Litecoin are.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we're actually going to do, so unfortunately Kickstarter doesn't accept, you know, crypto. I've had dozens of people ask me, well, can I pay on Litecoin? I'm like, we can't.
I did. I said, hey, crypto's here. I'm going to pay on live.
But did you pay with your Litecoin
I paid with
card?
my Litecoin card.
So he paid with.
And so that's what I did.
Okay, so he paid with Litecoin.
And that's it. As we transition, that's one method to transition.
And so what our next step is for the remaining 300 watches, because 445, you know, were sold, which is a crazy amount. I never thought we would sell that much. We are going to launch it in about a month or two on our website, where people will actually, if you want to buy a Litecoin watch, you pay directly with Litecoin.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you want to buy a Bitcoin watch, you pay directly with Bitcoin, or one or the other. And so, and that's the whole point. You know, I told everyone who asked me, I'm like, well, I want to pay with Litecoin. I'm like, I just can't, you know,
Because
and
the
Kickstarter, and this is the only way we can
control over
jumpstart our business. But now you will. And so that's where we're going. And, you know, we're working on more designs. And so there's more things to come, which some of it I can't say, but you know, it's going to be, well, one of the hints is we're going to actually kind of gear it towards Bitcoin and Litecoin, to where, you know, every watch will be authenticated in the Bitcoin blockchain, in the Litecoin blockchain.
Wow, you're hearing it first on Litecoin Lisa's Happy Hour Roadshow.
That's the other thing, like the synergy that you have with the timing that your launch happened, and then now the authentication that can happen because of Taproot. Now that Taproot has launched, you can have NFTs that could you could have an NFT.
You know what? I really appreciate Bitcoin, you know, testing that out for Litecoin, so that Litecoin can integrate that once you know it's going through all the knocks.
So great.
Litecoin's testing it. Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin has one. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it.
So,
I love it.
But yeah,
well, I'm glad you're doing this, and I really appreciate you, and I appreciate the gift. It was so sweet and thoughtful of you, and I was honored to be able to buy some more. And Nana bought tons of them.
Loading up
the whole freaking. I'm like, man, she bought all 8.
Yeah, Nana's all in. Nana's a fan.
She's in it to win it.
Awesome. So anyway, I'll let you.
Well, thank you. Yes,
I'll let you guys
appreciate it.
do it. Thanks for the shout out.
Thanks,
Happy hour. You gotta come to every meetup event.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Dawn, will you come up and?
Oh, I just sat down. I got to get up again. Dawn from frogwallet.com. Right? I got it right? Frogwallet.com.
Well, there's an S.
There's an S.
Frogwallets.com.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Because
I
you
looked
get at least 2.
Yeah, you get.
You order them by
well, that
2,
makes
so it's
sense.
always
They're
with
really-
an S.
Yeah, exactly.
Scoot this way.
These are really cool.
He's a big guy.
Well, get over there and I'll stay out of the
Yeah.
picture. I don't
No,
need
you
my
can
mug
stay
in the picture. I get enough camera time.
Yeah, I brought the one that you sent me.
Look at these.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, so that we would have it, because I was showing him also
It's so hard to show with that glitter.
I know.
I know,
But these are awesome wallets. They really are. And I mean, I used to print paper wallets. You know, it's been like how many pieces of paper trying to get it right. You know,
yeah.
and
Well,
going
I
through.
went through.
So you also
You've done
have
all
to
the legwork.
You also
Yes.
have to know how excited I was when you reached out to us. And then he's like totally teasing me. You guys know my favorite letter of the alphabet, my favorite number from 1 to 20. And he's like, Lisa,
7?
these were, no, this is my favorite artwork. I designed this myself. You guys know that little frog? Oh, and then this is, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, are you my special friend? Anyway, yeah, my conspiracy mind went crazy with all that. So
Had a lot
Just
to
so
do
you
with
know.
it.
You got
Yes.
Yes.
Pepe the Frog wallets.
yeah, I'm like, oh, is your name Pepe?
No, these are
Yeah.
these are nice wallets. I mean, they really are. I mean, and you put it all together.
Right.
Talk about it.
So essentially what it was when I first got into crypto, I was looking at my options. I can do a mobile wallet, I can do a hardware wallet, or I can do a paper wallet, or combinations thereof. And the only thing I was comfortable with, if you listen to anybody in crypto, they say not your keys, not your coin. And that's one thing I took to heart. So when I actually have prototypes with me, I went through the brainstorm of trying to figure out how do I get a paper wallet that I'm not afraid that I'm going to ruin. So you have your paper wallet, let's just say it's a normal sheet of paper like this, and it's on your desk, and your kids come and spill water, or your beer.
Westwood spills a
Or
drink.
Westwood spills a drink.
Right. So that brought in the clear envelope. That's the reason that exists, is so your wallet is now waterproof. And then the second thing was I was like brainstorming all these scenarios, and I thought, well, what if you're a college kid?
That was what I thought of.
Yeah.
Because I have,
We were just talking about that.
yeah, I have kids that are, in their early 20s. And I thought, man, what if you're in college and you have a paper wallet, even if you have it sealed or put away, you don't know if you're rooming with somebody and they found your paper wallet and opened it up. You would never know if somebody
Right.
looked at
Exactly.
it.
So the next thing was this. I don't know how well we can see it on the camera, but
The
the
tamper-proof.
the tamper seal. So
Yeah.
those are designed in such a way if we were to pull that off, it would leave this gunk,
Yeah.
this like nasty residue that sticks on that.
Yeah.
And what that does, that tells you somebody's got into my paper wallet, and that gives you the opportunity. Hopefully you found it quick enough to where you could scrape your wallet and get your coins off. And then the last line of defense is the fire wallet.
These are great. Yeah.
The fire wallet, this is made of, it's like an additional layer.
Or,
It's a tarpaulin,
okay.
Kevlar, and reflective aluminum foil,
Okay.
or heat reflective aluminum foil. It's a special blend. They're rated up to 900 degrees Kelvin.
Wow.
So in the worst case scenario, if you had your frog wallet inside of this, if it got so hot that this plastic melted, you're still fine, because the way the wallet is designed is your private information is on the inside.
Right. That's yep.
And
Because we are always telling people, like, get a safe, a fireproof, waterproof safe.
Not
Absolutely.
everybody's got Westwood around to help them move the safe in.
I know,
So this is a
yeah.
perfect
Yeah,
solution, right?
Couple
Yeah.
tons.
Yeah, right.
You can handle
I
that.
No,
mean,
I'd
like,
move.
Yeah,
anyway.
people in
Let's not even go into that.
apartments or, college kids, like you said, or, this is such an economical. So
Right.
what is like the cost of, especially, you could do you've got a couple options. You can download the
So
paper wallet.
to bring it all together, the key was writing the offline website. I'm a web programmer by default. That's
Okay.
what I've been doing for the last 20 years. So I wrote just a simple offline. You don't need to be connected. All you need is have access to a printer.
Which is great
And then
instructions, very thorough information of how to do this safely offline.
offline.
So when you're creating your wallets, you're not connected. This is not giving Frog Wallet your
Yeah,
keys.
exactly.
It's very,
That's
very
It's
simple.
open source. I give you all the code. So if you maybe are a web developer yourself, you can look at the code and say, oh, there's nothing here. He's not recording.
Yeah.
It's not saving it to a database.
Right.
Because there was an issue with one of those addresses, I'm thinking maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, to where those online generators,
Right.
was actually sending to a server.
Oh, that
they were
happened
collecting.
recently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
one of
was
the Bitcoin ones.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like, oh crap.
Yeah.
You got to download that code. on your computer, not have it online, and then generate it. And that's and you've got all the instructions to do that. I mean, that's what needs to happen.
Wow.
So, this is not easy stuff to do. I mean, it really isn't. But you've laid it out to the point and made it easy for people, because I've been through it. And I know what it is. I'm like, what the? Okay, now I got to do. Okay, now I got to do it the right way. And you made it easy for people, and that's what I love about it, because this is like probably one of the best ways to store your private key.
And you also have the gift
and hold
option.
your crypto.
So the other thing you can do, I think this is also great, not just for newbies, but for people that are in crypto and love crypto and you want to gift crypto, you can create a frog wallet with the two, and there's the two different, there's, Pepe, which will always be my favorite option. But then there's also the one that's like more of like it looks more like money. Oh, the glare is terrible.
I know, right?
It looks more like money, like the line print.
It's got all the artwork.
Yeah, artwork. And then so you create it, you seal it, you do all that, and then you get the gift card. And the gift card says, this is to and from, it's this kind of coin, this quantity of coin, and the value on this date. So then as they never even have to open it, they can put it in their frog wallet, fireproof, and put it away. But they know that they can leave this out and watch the market. They could download an app and watch that number still go up and down, but their coin is safe.
Right. They never have to
open it, which I think that's a great way.
And I mean, you can always take
coins.
the public key and you can take it and look at it, too, and put it on the blockchain scanner.
The public key is outside.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that.
And you can send more money to it. I mean, that's the good thing. It's like, hey, grandma and grandpa, I want to send you a little bit of Litecoin or something. Boom, pull out your frog wallet at Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Right.
Bring it out. It's
that
like,
could be your Christmas
boom,
card
done.
every year.
Right.
Me and my frog wallet.
Right. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just a great way to do it. It makes it more usable for people. And that's the key. It has to get more usable. It has to get more user friendly. And what you're doing is making it more user friendly for people. I mean, and that's what needs to happen.
Remember, there was a in Cliff High's data, there was a granny wallet.
Right. There's some granny wallet that's going to come out. No,
but there was a granny wallet that was going to come out. That was going to be
changes everything.
That was going to help.
And we always thought it was going to be Pillar Wallet. It was going to be, this. You don't know.
What was the? I'm not familiar.
It was a data point in
Cliff High's data sets,
but they called it a granny wallet.
Called it a granny wallet because a granny could use it. It's
I see.
And it was supposed to be a data point in changing crypto or mass adoption or something. It was
right, and it was just like it came around at the right time, at the right moment, and it was ready
really
to go.
helped.
And then
with adoption.
It was the iPhone of the crypto wallets.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
It just.
But wouldn't that make sense if it was something actually like counter tech?
Yeah.
Almost.
Right. Making
it easier.
Right. And it's
simplifying.
That's what I love, Don. I love physical things. I mean, I love the silver, the copper. I love those things, and that's where I cut my teeth on that stuff before I got into crypto, because it's all about sound money.
Yep.
It's all about things, real tangible things that have value, but man, once I started looking at crypto and understood what it was, it's like, wow, this is, and I said that last night on the live stream, I think crypto is the only, like Bitcoin and Litecoin, those are the only finite forms of money that we've had in history. If you think about it,
right.
I mean, a fixed supply. I mean, when have we ever had a fixed supply of money in history? And I mean, I don't know, because gold and silver, you can mine more of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can print dollars till, forever, until you're carrying wheelbarrows around, like in the Weimar Republic and burning them, just to keep warm, because that's all they're worth. But I mean, I can't think of another time in history when we've had something that a form of money that we know how many there are going to be, and there's no changing that because the code, it's law.
Right. And it's gotten to the point where almost anybody could use it. It's maybe not quite,
but it's gotten so much easier. I mean, it really has. Think back, you've been a programmer, think back in 2015.
Yeah. When I first looked at crypto for a company I was working for, we were looking at the blockchain to solve some certain issues with logistics at the facility. And it was a good idea that wasn't ready. Like it had not been flushed out to the point where when I built frogwallets.com, I almost did it in a weekend. I mean, And that was
Wow.
integration with cryptocurrencies. I have 3 different cryptocurrency, Coinbase on there instantly. Now payments on there, crypto.com on there. I can almost take any cryptocurrency in existence. And it was, I mean, yes, I have a lot of experience,
Right.
but it was relatively easy to just go and do it.
And do it.
Yeah.
Get it done.
And even that's one of my biggest gripes about crypto is right now we have gatekeepers, and those are
Exactly.
exchanges.
I say that all the time. We've got those gatekeepers, and that's what they're putting in place. And you're seeing it more and more.
Right. And no one trusts each other enough to say,
Like the
hey,
banks.
will you sell me your car? I'll send you a half a Bitcoin.
This is one of
This
Westwood's
is my analogy
stories.
right here.
Wow.
This
No,
is an
I'm
actual
going to talk
story.
about this.
Yeah,
Is an actual
this is
story.
a
All right.
Westwood story.
So, all right. This is
really
probably 2
happened.
months ago, 2.5 months ago, whatever it is. My dad has a friend who's got a truck for sale. I think it was $12,500. This is what the guy wanted. It's a Saturday afternoon. Some guy comes along and says, yeah, I want to buy it. It's like, okay, how are you going to pay for it? Well, Monday I'm going to go to the bank and this and that. And it's just like, well, I can't guarantee it's going to be here. Well,
Right.
can you give me a down payment or something? Well, I don't have any cash. Can you take a check? And he's like, if somebody comes along with money, I'm going to sell it.
Right.
Because I don't know
I'm not
you.
gonna hold it.
I and the thing is, if you're trying to sell a car on the weekend, you're not going to sign that title over and give somebody the rights to that car unless you have something that you trust and Are you going to take gold or silver? I'd love to, but I don't have a tester.
Right.
I don't know if it's fake. I have no idea. The coin shops aren't open. Okay, am I going to take cash? Well, you could, but you got the little yellow pin to test it to make sure, it's not counterfeit. I mean, I've known people who counterfeited $10 bills and bought a bunch of drinks all night for people, and then they got a visit from the Secret Service. But so are the dollars really, can you trust
Not
them?
when I knew him.
No,
I did not
this
know
is
the
before.
full-
But
Never at a
it's-
happy hour roadshow.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But so are you going to take cash? I mean, are you going to take a personal check? Absolutely not. Even a cashier's check, you don't know. It's a piece of paper that might look legitimate, but is it? But if somebody pays me in crypto, if somebody sends me Litecoin, I'm like, that network that's been running for over 10 years validated it. It's on my phone. I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Here, take the title.
And that's the hurdle that we need to get to where we can. I don't know if it exists. It probably does. But if there's a way to lock that, because the transaction's not done. So on the buyer's part, he sent you
Right.
12 grand.
Right.
It's crypto.
Right.
And if you were a shady
Right. You
person,
can walk away then.
yeah, I never
Right.
got it.
Right.
That's the challenge.
And no, that's a good point. That is, and that's where you can maybe get into
An NFT? Does an NFT solve that? Some kind of receipt?
It would have to be. It'd be
A
almost like,
transaction
okay, you
received?
take a picture of the person with their phone showing that they got the I don't know, to validate it. So
How
you
what
think
does that
Photoshop.
look
I know, and
Yeah,
that's the
it's
thing.
okay.
It's really hard to do.
Yeah. So
Wow.
But
the
I
only,
guess it's just like cash. You got to look at it that way. If it's legitimate cash that you both accept and you trust, and you sign the title over, it's like it is what it is, bro.
yeah, if there was some way to lock it up,
Right.
Escrow then.
yeah, like an
Smart
escrow.
contract,
Things go
easily
in the
smart
escrow.
contract, something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then hold it, and then
Both items go
okay,
in
you
the
both sign
escrow.
off on it, and
Yeah,
then
like
boom,
you got-
it's deposited.
Then that's the taproot
Launching a
thing,
nuke, both put your
multi-signature.
keys in.
Right, exactly. It's kind of that thing,
Yeah.
that kind of
But
thinking.
that is the taproot thing. That's multi-sig. That's like creating an escrow, and then there's a multi-sig release.
And that's what we would need, because now on both sides of your analogy, you got your
Right.
value, and he knows that. He hasn't got the truck yet or the car,
Right. Or he takes it away at that point.
but
I'm
he
like,
knows
here's
he's
the
still.
title.
Yeah, he
You know,
still
and
has. He hasn't lost anything yet.
Right. But if it's in another state or something,
Right.
and he's not there in person to do it, and it's like, hey, I'm going to send you this. How do I know that I'm going to get the physical object and have access to that? But I mean, if you think about it, you extrapolate it out, it should be able to, with a smart contract, at some point you should be able to, the brave new world or the magical future that we have, that technology is there to where that can all happen. And it's okay, you got it. Okay, you sign off on it. Boom, the car title goes and gets registered automatically. Boom, you get the money deposited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
that's the beauty of what cryptocurrency is and what
Johnny
it can
says
do.
crypto transactions give a transaction ID, which is proof.
Okay.
So
Right.
that would be
Put
the
it that way. I
solution.
mean, it's just,
But
It's what
then
you're
you have to
getting
tie that transaction ID to a wallet ID, and then you got to be able to tie that wallet ID back to the person that you supposedly, you got to put that association together. And we were just having a conversation along those lines. With, if you really wanted to get your crypto out of the prying eyes of the government, what you could
Not
do.
that any of us want to do that.
If you don't want to play in the casino anymore, here's some analogies.
You could essentially use like a swap site, whether it's Change Angel, isn't that a sponsor here? Change Angel. Yeah.
Yep.
You can use that because they're gonna send and receive everything from a public, like they're like a Binance hot wallet or a cold wallet. So you could say, I got 50 grand in Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin address is tied to my name through KYC on Coinbase. So Coinbase has my verification, and they know that I have. Coinbase is not a good example, but if there is a KYC associated, this person owns this address.
Right.
They have that association. So if you want to get out of that, you send that Bitcoin to a change site that sends it to like a Binance public-ish wallet that they control, and then send you something to an unknown wallet, like a Litecoin.
Brand new wallet.
And it's never been on the blockchain ever. And it's not
Just
associated with
created
you. And then you put it on a
created.
you put
Just
it on a
created
frog
it with
wallet.
the code, offline.
Right.
Put it on a frog wallet.
Put it on a
It's
frog
locked
wallet.
up in deep storage.
We are not
Then you got a
telling you
boating
that.
accident, and you never know what
Not
happened.
financial
scooter accident.
advice. Not financial advice.
Just fell off the scooter and ran the paper wallet over.
Exactly.
Thank you, Amber.
Skid marks all over it.
Yeah. Anyway,
To go full circle,
But-
circle back, right?
so we love these.
On the price points, so one of the big things about it was to make it as inexpensive as possible. So a single wallet is like $4, and you get two wallets. So it's essentially you get two wallets for $4.
$8.
You can't even get a Hallmark card for $4 for Christmas, can you?
So this
I misunderstood.
one sheet of paper has two wallets on it.
Okay.
And this is $4, and it comes with two of the envelopes and two of the holographic seals.
And the seals.
And then we also have packages which include, I don't see them up here, but we've got Frog Wallet Sharpies.
I've been using it
we
all
had
night.
one.
Oh,
Yes.
It's not this one.
It's right
you
here.
had it because that's good for the paper. And
Right.
tested it.
Oh, I forgot.
You've done all your legwork.
Yes.
Hold on. I have forgotten.
Oh, was that a shot?
Yes.
This is mine.
It was a shot of tequila.
Oh boy.
No, my little love Camila made me some little shots, and I bought them because I wanted to remember.
Yep.
Show.
Camila made those for
Camila
Litecoin
made
Leeson.
these
Yep.
for me to bring to the party, and she also made Amber and I a beautiful picture.
Yep. We've got an
But-
NFT.
Well, I have an NFT I'm making later, but she made Amber as tall as me, which is not accurate. in
Yeah,
real
I'm
life.
kind of wondering what happened there.
Sorry, it was very beautiful, and I wanted to show everybody. So, Westwood's daughter made those for
Yeah,
me.
that's my
So,
daughter.
That's
Made that,
awesome.
I had to show those. Yeah. So
So yeah,
it's a
so
Sharpie.
you get there's packages available up to like the most expensive thing is $40 on the website.
The after hours show now. Look at this.
Mm,
Here they are.
I'm not interested.
I know. I'm out.
In them, not you.
not you.
We're very interested in you.
Oh,
No,
Absolutely.
we're very interested in you.
So the deluxe kit has it has a total of 8 paper wallets. You can pick your design, the cartoon or the line art. That's what I call them. You get the fire wallet, which is a fireproof document holder, a pen, all the sleeves and holographic stickers, and the gift cards. So maybe you can use 8 wallets. I don't think I could. I don't know if I have enough different cryptos. Nope, not at this point. I
Well,
could not.
If we're using Change Angel and creating new, if we're being
washing our
No.
crypto.
Right.
which actually in cryptos that's not illegal. That's what.
Sure.
No, there's no kind of sale that has to
No.
do with laundry machines that involve crypto. So
No.
if it goes really
Yeah.
low and you happen to put it down the drain,
If it was
and then
dirty.
the next minute you go and retrieve them, there's no
There's no consequences of
right
that. Yeah.
and then you can write that off.
Yep.
So anyway,
But not financially.
yeah, and if you put that together, I'll buy you a drink.
Actually, you'll be able to buy your own drinks then.
Right, because
So, but
you'll
I
be
think
fine.
this is so cool, and
You put it
such-
all together,
yeah,
and that's the
such
thing.
a great
You've thought of
idea.
everything.
You've thought of everything, and it's super affordable for everybody. And I just love it. So,
Well, I want to say one thing, if I may, real quick. Thank you very much, both of you. I was just having a conversation with Carlos. It is so hard to say anything crypto related. Reddit, Amazon, eBay, so many places have banned the use of the words crypto paper wallets. So
Really?
just saying that is like saying I can't say it because
right.
There's these keywords, and every account, if they allowed me to do any type of advertisement, it was only for like a day, and then the algos kicked in and account suspended.
Really?
We've
So
lost
this kind of
channel before.
opportunity,
No,
We'll keep
that's
building
fine.
it again. We have a strong community. We
That's
love our
it.
community, and we know that our community is about freedom, building people up, and helping people find pathways to freedom and sovereignty. And that's what we want to support, and that's what you're doing, and that's what we want to invest in.
That's why we love
Well,
your hair.
thank you
We're
very
grateful
much.
for a
Love your hair,
partnership.
brother.
Yeah,
Love it.
grateful
you.
for the partnership.
Love you. Thank you.
Very
Lisa.
grateful. Yeah, thank you. So nice to meet you. All right, guys,
Absolutely.
we are wrapping up. We're past 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's all right.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere
All right.
in the Westwood Bar all the time.
All right. Well,
5 o'clock that never moves.
what a great night.
You gonna wrap it up, Lisa? Or you gonna let me wrap it up, and I'll take
I'm
like
going to
10
let
minutes.
you wrap it up, but I want to make sure that we mention all of our sponsors that we're really grateful for. We have had some really loyal sponsors. We're coming up on the end of this year, kind of the middle of this year. I hounded you. I don't think I even asked you. I just told you we're going on
Yeah,
the
pretty
road.
much. You said, "Hey, we're gonna do
We're
this."
going to do this thing. We're
I'm
going
like,
to
yeah, put it
start
together.
doing a
I'm like,
happy
whatever.
hour. We're going to get our crew, these people that we love, and we're going to hit the road. And we've had our friends and our family be so supportive, and I'm so grateful. And Monarch was the first one to get behind us and just up front say, what do you need? And been supportive from the get-go. Very grateful. And thank you, my friend Robert Beatles. Calyx Solutions, my buddy Bitcoin Ben. I got my husband to take a 10-hour drive with me, which is like we broke a record. Charlie has only ever been in the car with me for, I think the longest trip was Kansas City a couple weekends ago was 5 hours. So now we've been 10 hours on the road together.
Doubled down.
So Ben, he still hasn't broke you and I's record of like, I don't know what we went to San Diego and back. So that's like
Ridiculous.
26 or I don't know, 4 days or something. But it's still it's not the same thing. But
It's longer than
I
a
did
Beaver
wear
Moon
I
eclipse.
did wear my Bitcoin Ben shirt though on the drive out here. But
Oh, nice.
a big thank you and a big shout out to Calyx Solutions. Pack Protocol. Love our Pack nodes. I love what Pack's doing with the NFTs. And they have been behind us. I mean, I met them
We're
at
good
the first
people.
Jersey
Yeah, we
meetup.
met them in 2019. Jason, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, out there at the meetup there, and you knew right then he was a good person.
Mhm.
And they've developed so much since then and done so much with the Pack protocol. And I mean, really look into that. I mean, they're doing a lot of good things, especially in the NFT space, which is I like what they're doing because, like you said earlier, you can actually they're storing that NFT. It's not just a pointer to the NFT; they have the actual image saved, you know, and it's all the nodes are backing it up. So, you know, I mean, I like it, you know. So, check them out.
There's lots of other things happening with them, but
I know I don't follow your Twitter, so I don't get
because he can't keep up.
I can't keep up with like going Lisa's
So,
Twitter.
Anyway, it's lots of very important, wonderful things. I also huge shout out to Change Angel. They have been supportive social media wise. They're supportive financially, sending us Litecoin to give away at the classes.
Yep, tomorrow.
They have
More
just had our
Litecoin.
back. Ben is just amazing from Change
they're
Angel.
great.
And the whole crew at Change Angel. Very grateful to them.
And the thing is with Change Angel, what happens is if you make a swap, and that's what it is, a swap exchange, you say, hey, I got some Bitcoin. I want to swap it to Litecoin because it's probably a good thing to do right now, the ratio. But, you know, you want to swap it to Litecoin. You go to changeangel.io, and when you swap it, a portion of that fee for swapping goes to the Litecoin or the Bitcoin community. And so they give back to the coins and the communities rather than, pocketing all the profits. I mean, so that's what they are. They're the swap exchange for a social good, and that they really live that up. And I mean, they've supported us. And I mean, everybody tomorrow who comes to the class, they're going to get Litecoin courtesy of Change Angel. Walking away with sound money for the digital age in a Monarch wallet. What else can you ask for? Get to the meetup tomorrow.
Pretty exciting. Also, our partnership with Perpetual Assets. I've had more and more people talking to me about their concerns with what's going on in the stock market and with the US dollar. And how do I get, my future, what I thought was my future plan? How do I move that into crypto and precious metals? And so Perpetual Assets has a plan for you and can help you with that. And so we have that partnership that I'm really grateful for. So you guys can check out our links in the description. You can contact Will and Gus and make sure that you mention Litecoin Lisa and Clint Westwood, the Happy Hour Roadshow, and they will hook you up and help you with a plan for that.
And everything we talk about, if you go to clintwestwood.net,
Yeah,
I have
there's
links to all of
for
it.
everything.
Frog, wallets. I actually linked it correctly, but didn't say it correctly because, when you have a few Tangeраys and tend to not say things right. But clintwestwood.net, if you go to that, what's
But before we go, I know you see me give these away. And once again, wait, is this what I'm giving away this month? No, I'm giving away the Theta Gnome. If you sign up for my
this?
Patreon.
Theta Gnome? A Theta Node?
Gnome.
Gnome.
He guards.
Gnome.
He guards.
Gnome.
He guards all the Theta nodes.
The Theta Gnome?
Yeah, like
See,
a little garden gnome.
Oh, it's a guardian gnome.
Yes, he's a garden gnome.
Okay. Guardian gnome.
Yeah, my friend Big Dog carved him.
Okay.
Anyway,
Why haven't I seen this? Where's it at? Should have brought it.
well,
so
if
we
you
can...
watched my show, you would know. Anyway, so that is what we're giving away. If you sign up to be on my Patreon, then everybody that's a patron gets in a drawing, and my little boy Cannon draws once a month. But you saw me give this away last month, and you pouted like a little baby. And this was my surprise Christmas gift for you. But since you ruined it already, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you early. You ruined your Christmas present. So Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much, Litecoin Lisa.
You're welcome.
You know what? Wife, she said, I ruined my Christmas present.
Yeah.
How often does that happen? Every Christmas it happens.
Oh,
because
awesome.
because I guess it, and she's like, here,
Does he pout?
take it. I figure it out.
He guesses all of it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out, and you're just, oh.
No, so that was like last month's Patreon giveaway, and he's like, oh, I want one of those. I was like, and he pouted about it so much, and then I was like, it's what I'm giving you for Christmas. Can you please not pout about it? Yeah, so now he's very happy.
Yep, I'm happy.
So that went
Thank
for
you.
that went for over $200 on eBay, and it's one of the items that we are giving away for. If you make a donation tonight for our travel expenses, that's one of the items that we are giving away tonight. So, thank you to everybody who came, and not to the late people that came in.
The late people who came, you know what? We're not going to acknowledge you. We don't even know your name anymore. You're not Norm.
Not thank you to you, but everybody else, thank you, and we love you.
Love y'all.
All right.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being
Thanks
here.
for watching.
We
Thanks to
appreciate
everybody in the
everybody.
chat and everybody that's so engaged and talking to all the community. We love all you guys. Peace.
Here's the happy hour.
Make
Have a great weekend.
Make Christmas come early this year.
That sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.